What's up, everyone? I'm Meagan Williams from MusicXclusives.com.
Yeah.
And tonight we have the late night edition of Music Exclusives.
Yeah.
I'm here with Spade. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
Good. Thank you. Thank you so much for letting us into your home and your world. We're here in your studio right now.
Listen, the pleasure is all mine, Meagan.
No, thank you. We got Fred the writer in the background. Like, we got real work going down today.
Yes,
so
we do real work when we come in here.
I see.
Yeah.
You know, and we had the pleasure of hearing your stuff too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for your EP that's coming out.
IamSpade, the EP, March 31st. It'll be available on IamSpade.com, which is my website, MusicXclusives.com, and probably a slew of other websites.
Oh, everyone. Like, as soon as this comes out, like, everyone's going to be... You know,
I hope so, man. I hope so, because we really put a lot of work into it. So I hope that as much people are blessed enough to hear it and appreciate what we do, the better.
Oh, well, thank you so much for letting us into your world. But just taking you back a little bit, like, when did you decide that not only did you want to do music, but you wanted to have, like, a professional career out of it?
Like everybody else says that I've been singing since I was a kid. I actually have been singing since I was a kid, but you know, when you're a child, you don't really know what you want to do. You know, you have a glimpse of little things that you want to do here and there. You might want to play basketball, this, that, whatever. So growing up in the studio, I was fortunate enough to be in the studio as a kid. Like, my dad like produced and engineered with a lot of different artists. So I grew up in that setting. So I kind of like had to do music.
So
it was my calling. I have been around music, but when I got a little older, like when I was chubby when I was a kid, I wanted to play football. Like, that was my thing. That was #1 for me. So I played football in junior high school. I played ball in high school, and even after that. But I broke my leg, and it made me realize, like, this is not your calling. Like, music is what you're supposed to do. So that was like maybe 4 or 5 years ago. I started performing with my cousin Scott. Shout out to Scotch Davis. I was mad nervous. I used to wear do-rags and all kind of stuff. So he used to perform. Yeah. I'm from Brooklyn, so you know I gotta show where I'm from. But I used to go and do like one song. I performed with him. He's a rapper, amazing. I did one song and I was a little timid, and then from there it grew into something, and we ended up performing like every week. We had the Village Underground, the world famous Village Underground, like every Tuesday night. And after I started performing with him, I just said, this is what I'm here to do. Like, this is my calling.
So how did you get your first big break? Because I understand now, of course, you're doing your own thing, but I hear that you started out, working with some pretty big names at first.
Yeah, when I first realized that I had like a really true talent, my stepmom at the time was Jackie McGee, and she's the one who's on the song Make It Last Forever with Keith Sweat.
Yes,
so
classic.
She's like good friends with Bobby Brown. And we all ended up meeting up in a rehearsal studio one day. He heard me sing, and he needed another background singer, and the rest is history. So I started singing backgrounds, and
wow, that's
here
incredible.
I am. Yeah.
So you started working with Bobby Brown. Can you tell us a little bit about who else you worked with and what those experiences were like for you as an artist?
Bobby Brown probably is my most memorable, because people really don't think of Bobby how Bobby really is. He's a really cool guy. So we went on a Tom Joyner cruise. We performed on there. We had just so much fun everywhere we went performing with him, and I learned a lot from him as far as being in the public eye. Like, he signed every autograph and took every picture, and like, to me, that for people to see that, like, they actually realize how real of a person he is, and I want to give that off too. So that's one of the things that I learned from him is never tune your fans out. Like, people that just want to see you, they might just want to touch you, you know what I mean? Like, don't take that for granted. And then I moved on from there, and I sang background with Case. Shout out to Ron Faison, who hooked that up. Singing background for Case was just amazing, because he has hit songs and everybody parties, and we just had a good time doing shows. Yeah, it's a different energy, and I learned a lot of moves from hing about, when you performing the sexy songs and stuff, how to approach the ladies. So that was good. I mean, I learned that from Bobby too, who's obviously the king of that.
Right, he's like known for that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then from there, it was like I did Sean Kingston for like 2.5 years. And with him, I got to see the world. Like, his hustle is crazy. He works hard, and that's another thing that I've learned. Like, it's just, you got to keep working all the time, or else you will be forgotten in this industry.
Absolutely.
And the most recent, Lyfe Jennings, he made me into a better singer. Like, he's a perfectionist when it comes to like his background singers and his band and all that stuff. So I really appreciate that opportunity, and I'm a better singer because of it now.